A black town car rumbles eastward through Seattle's streets. In the back, the most beautiful man in Seattle watches the city lights flash by, yellows and reds glinting over icy blue eyes. His clean-shaven, blonde-haired companion sits back, crossing one leg over the other. So, what did you get out of her? Or Mercury or Venus, were they there? No. Just her. And the junkie. She doesn't know anything, as usual. It was good to see her again. She's been skipping performances to meet with her little friends. That reporter was there. Dollian. Olga sent her. Elliot hangs his head, hands clasped, eyes closed. First Vivian, now Olga. Two primogen taking an interest. What is it about this little gang that draws so much attention? The blonde man purses his lips. Vivian doesn't care for anything or anyone but Malkavians, and no one trusts Olga or her attack dog. They're no threat to us. No. But after what the fledglings said, they must know something about this Oculus. And if they find it, so what if they do? The rest of Seattle will be on them in a heartbeat. Let them cut their own skylight if they wish. Elliot tilts his head as if listening for something. Perhaps. But we need contingencies. We've been hands-off for too long. It's time to start tightening the noose. The blonde man's expression doesn't change, but 1,000 calculations are running behind his cold, narrow eyes. Everything is under control. We've already lost one opportunity by being hasty. Let's not make that mistake again. Elliot finally looks up, the barest hint of a smile creeping over his face. You're right, Felix. You're right. We'll stick to the plan. She will come back to me. She always comes back to me.
He's so hot.
That's why I was nervous.
Oh,
That's why I was nervous to start this one.
oh, jeez, oh, man.
I remembered.
If you're trying to open it, it'll open when it's time.
I see I'm interrupting something.
Hello, Elliot.
Good evening, travelers, and welcome to the Court of the Jester Princes. I am your storyteller, Jonas Tintenseher. We are playing Vampire the Masquerade V5 Midnight Gravity. Joining me tonight, our melancholic Malkavian, Sky Swanson.
Oh, I'm first. Anywho, whoa. Mammal edition. Dolphins and most other species of marine mammals rely on echolocation to detect objects, threats, and prey in often hard-to-see conditions. They do this by creating a click train, a series of clicking noises, hearing the echo from the clicks bounce off objects as they travel remarkably well underwater.
I signed up for a different newsletter.
Bottlenose dolphins can create over 600 of those clicks in a single second. Reggie!
And sometimes you can vibrate a really big crystal with them really fast.
I was thinking the same thing, Casey. I want fish facts, not mammal facts.
It's in the water. It's like a fish.
That's some weak sauce. You
It's
ran
like-
out of fish facts before I ran out of Thurston facts.
No, I just transitioned to something else for a moment.
Well,
We
he's
are
running
different
out of
people.
fish. There's only so many.
You put a lot of
It's
emphasis on
2027,
this
yeah.
Thurston guy. I just enjoy the water.
We established that climate change is ruining the oceans.
It is!
Our helpful Hikata, Andrew Frost.
My name is Antonio Stregano. Do you need a corpse? No, really, you have too many corpses. It's actually getting kind of cramped in here. Like, I don't know why no one's picking up anything. It's... Never mind.
We
Don't
can't
worry
get them off the shelves fast enough.
about it. You get a corpse. Everybody gets a corpse.
Hey, what? This is a crime.
Imagine just Oprah. You get a corpse. You get a corpse. They just start
falling
from the
bodies.
sky.
Oh, no.
Check under your chair for a forearm. Oh my god, I got a
You get a
cranium.
corpse. You get a corpse. You are a corpse. Sorry, you get a corpse. Our trendy toreador, Rachel Kordell.
I'm Mars, and tonight's song is We'll Meet Again by Vera Lynn.
Oh, that's why I was in the Liminal Spaces playlist.
Our laid-back Lasombra, special guest, Meghan Martin.
Hello, I'm Chaz, and if you want a fun fact from me, it's going to cost you.
Oh.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, so
mine
in.
for free. Shit.
We could have been making money off of this the whole time.
Reggie's like, damn it, that's a source of income.
I didn't know people would pay for this.
And our thrifty thin blood, Casey Reardon.
I play Mathias Wilson, and are you thirsting for a Thurston quote?
There it is. Could be anticipation for a week, Casey.
You quote,
I've been waiting.
Damn.
Guy. I'm sorry. Technically, this is also a Dale Carnegie quote, but it has both. I asked Mr. Thurston to tell me the secret of his success. Thurston had a genuine interest in people. He told me that many magicians would look at the audience and say to themselves, well, there's a bunch of suckers out there, bunch of hicks. I'll fool them all right. But Thurston's method was totally different. He told me that every time he went on stage, he said to himself, I'm grateful because these people come to me. They make it possible for me to make my living in a very agreeable way. I'm going to give them the very best I possibly can.
And fuck over Houdini.
Fuck Houdini.
Fuck Houdini.
Yeah, it says it right. Sorry, it's
love
really
it.
small
Garbage.
print in the end because I guess you whispered it into the microphone.
Other
but-
than that, hack Houdini.
Last time on Midnight Gravity, our coterie gathered after a month of downtime in which they learned a few things about the Oculus and the synthetic blue vitae recovered from Jimmy McKinley's little cave in the sprawl. At the Double Tap, a bar in Magnolia owned by Haven Wheeler, where Mars and her band often play weekends away. They were joined by the Lasombra Chastity Dollian, who had been sent on mission from her primogen, Olga Artemievna, to fetch the coterie and bring them to Olga's office for a meeting ahead of an auction that she wants them to attend. However, their gathering was interrupted by a beautiful bearded man, Elliot Hargrave. But all he wanted to do was talk. Coterie piled into Mars's car and onto Chastity's motorcycle. You guys are heading out, and as you're kind of approaching and you're getting ready to get into your car, Mars, you hear a voice call out to you. It goes, Mars! And you see the young woman, Aries.
Yes, Aries.
She's like pulling a jacket closer around herself. She's holding up her phone. You hear her skidding in the gravel. She comes up to a stop next to you as you're like halfway into the car. She's like, hey, hi, you're leaving. I'm so sorry. I'll get out of here. I got a picture. I saw it. I had him. She shows this like bad blurry picture of Elliot out the window as he's walking to his car. She's like, if you're gonna need to report him or like talk to the cops, I have proof that he was here.
Aries. Breathe. I need you to relax.
Okay.
And you can delete that picture. It's okay.
Delete the picture? No, come on. This is evidence. This is like important.
It's okay.
Like what if
Nothing happened, okay? It was a conversation. Everything was fine. If I needed it, I would ask for it, but you can delete that, okay?
go ahead and roll charisma persuasion for me, Mars.
Sure.
And those of you, everyone else, probably including Chastity's nearby with her motorcycle, you're all hearing this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm going to include awe on this as well.
Sure, you can turn on awe. It's free.
I would like to.
Aw.
Yes, please.
Aww. Oh my
8.
god.
Messy
That's a lot
critical.
of dice.
Messy critical.
It is, yeah.
That's a spicy success.
8 successes
Yeah.
with a messy critical. One of the critical dice is a hunger die. I have one idea, but I will extend this to you, Rachel. How does
Sure.
the beast make this interaction messy?
Kill Reggie.
I honestly am not entirely sure,
Okay.
which is a dangerous statement, but
I think in this case it just comes up a little bit more aggressive rather than you can delete that. It's delete that.
sure.
And of course, regrettably, the song inside your head begins to wail. This time, discordant, twisted, unpleasant, like a dying record that just never seems to shut off. Shut it off! And Ares, her face falls, and she's just like, oh, I'm sorry, Mars, sorry. They quickly delete the phone in front of you so that you can see that she does it, and she heads back inside.
And
without
from
another
your
word.
deleted photos.
She's like, oh, yeah, of course. She moves to her trash and deletes it there as well. Holds it up like,
Thank you.
and she turns away, and you can see the glint of a tear in her eye, and she heads back inside.
I turn back to the coterie. Crazy fans, am I right? And gets back in the car. Or gets in the car.
Antonio looks over at Mathias as Mars gets in the car and just says, I don't know, that seemed kind of reasonable to me.
I was gonna say that she's been handling this better than the others, but I don't know if that's the case anymore.
Okay, great. And Coterie piled into Mars's car and onto Chastity's motorcycle, headed east through the city. You are in Lasombra territory. You are somewhat south of Pacifico Mortuary Services, your haven, Antonio, to a small brick building. The Space Needle is only a few blocks away. Chastity, you know it well. You're able to lead everyone through the front door. Now that we're going out in public, anyone who wishes to be subtle may make an additional rouse check for the Blush of Life.
Please. I'm all right.
You are all right, Mathias. That's true.
Do I need to do that with my cloak? Or am I already subtle?
You can rely on your stealth if you want, but if you intend to interact with any mortals, you might start raising questions. It's not a giveaway. It's not like people can look at you and go, that's like a vampire. It's just that people look at you and go, you look kind of dead. Is that okay? So you can probably rely on your stealth. Others may wish to rouse the blood. Oh, Reggie succeeded for once. Good job.
I know, right?
And Mars
Everything's
failed.
looking up.
Yeah, I already look dead. I might as well just go for the font.
I was going to say, I feel as though I would have had my Blush of Life already on, but just for the sake of posterity, I did roll and I did fail.
So me and Antonio are just going to look like Tim Burton characters, and everybody else will be glowing.
Well, Antonio did make the check, so he is Blush of Life. It just doesn't do much for him.
There's not much difference.
Which is also, by the way, that's not like a flaw that Antonio has. That's just the way he's chosen to describe himself. Is he's made his life harder by saying he looks like a corpse no matter what. That is a flaw you can take, and he did not, which I love.
I kind of got experience for that? Damn it.
You are led into this, it's like a 4 or 5 story building. You try to take the elevator, but it does not seem to like Chaz very much, so either you're all taking the stairs or Chaz will, and she can meet you up top.
What can I say? I like to stay in shape.
Sure.
You proceed to the 4th floor, where you are led to what kind of, sort of an older style building with the frosted glass windows on the doors with nameplates printed on them. There is a false name reading something that like anyone who knows Olga would say it's very inappropriate. Sally Thompson is the name on the door. And you are greeted by a receptionist who I can best describe as Lance Reddick from the John Wick films, rest in peace. And he kind of gives you all a nod. He recognizes you, Chastity. You know his name is John, just John. And he tips his hat and greets all of you as you come in. Not his hat, what gesture do you make?
Fascinated.
Tips his ball.
Tips a fascinator. He'll give a little wave to all of you as you come in.
I tip my hat back at him. This is like a thing that we do. It's like our secret handshake.
Yeah, sure. He takes down your names, your fake names, in his little book. He seems to have 2 separate books for different types of visitors. It's not clear either what the front business is here. You're not sure, Chastity, even you are not 100% clear what is supposed to be happening in terms of mortal society at this building. But you take him, go up to this office, Sally Thompson on the door. Who's knocking?
Chaz, probably.
Oh, I mean, I'm bringing them in. I'll knock.
I was gonna say, well, not me.
You knock, you hear this older feminine voice call through. If it's Chaz, come in. Everyone else, fuck off.
I guess we gotta go.
I guess we'll wait outside then, yeah.
Reggie tries to leave.
I open the door and I say, special delivery.
Reggie tries to slip away.
Reggie's like, guess we can't be here. And starts to walk away.
Reggie,
God, we stop Reggie.
you're included in the
Yeah.
Chaz situation.
All right.
I will take him by the elbow and make sure that he goes in first.
Ugh.
Oh, first. Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
Exciting. Yeah, special delivery. You walk in, you see this pretty neat little office. Olga Artemievna, the Lasombra primogen, is kicked back in a very comfortable plush chair. She's an older woman, mid-50s, somewhat plump figure, has big black hair tied back in a bun with a Bride of Frankenstein streak of white through it. She has a very dour expression and just kind of always raised eyebrows, as if everything she sees is amusing to her. And she's wearing probably a suit, probably like just a nice tailored black pantsuit. And she's sitting back in her chair, kind of staring out the window to the Seattle skyline to the south. She turns as you all enter, kind of lazily taking you all in. The office is sparsely decorated. There's like a degree on the wall. There's an old sepia photograph in a frame that looks like it's at least 100 years old, maybe more. You can kind of make out a blurry figure that may or may not be Olga, may or may not be her great-grandmother. Ooh. That is on her desk, and just kind of neatly organized papers. There are 3 chairs, so some of you will have to stand, and a dim light hanging overhead that kind of gives the room a general noir feeling.
Chaz will go and throw herself into one of the chairs just to make sure she secures one for herself.
Mathias was fully intent on standing, so it's fine.
Yeah, Mars would also take the other chair.
Okay. She turns to all of you and she goes, fledgling. Welcome. Reggie, yes.
What? Hi.
Yeah, okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Olga. You all know that. I know all of your names, so we can skip the introductions. Did the Malkavian tell you why you are here? Or Chastity, in fact?
No. Just that you have a job.
Just no, Reggie. Possibly. They're a little muddled sometimes.
Shut the door.
And Chaz says, oh, I thought that I would leave the explanations to you. You're so much better at it than me.
This one, she is older than me, but she understands how to pay respects to those of us in positions of power. The rest of you would do well to learn from her. Thank you, Chaz. The reason that I've asked you here, where's the Bruja?
Oh, we are missing one. Sorry. 4 out of 5.
We haven't seen him since Elysium.
She looks at Chaz with kind of like a curious expression. Not one of judgmental for failure, but like she's like, okay, something else is going to happen then. And she continues, goes, very well. Well, the 3 of you then, you are here as guardianship for the fledgling. There is an auction happening later this evening that I require Reggie. Reggie, is that short for Reggie? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I require Reggie's presence. They see things. They wish them to see something in particular. There is an item on display that I am interested in acquiring. The physical description of the item, however, I do not know. So, the Malkavian will stand somewhere with a good view of the bids and inspect them with their sight. Once you have identified the item, you are authorized to use my account to bid for it. Win it. Do not fail me on this. Return to me with the item or confirmation of its receipt, and our business will be concluded.
When is the auction happening? How much time do we have?
It's probably, let's see, it's probably 8:30 right now. So she would say, I believe it is suited to start in 1 hour, 90 minutes. They're never on time with these things.
And
Okay.
where is it?
She gives you a location. There is another office building in downtown where one of the floors has been cleared out.
So close by.
Yeah, just a 5-minute drive.
Okay.
there any kind of dress code?
She looks all of you up and down. Would everyone? I think everyone except for Reggie is probably fine.
Reggie's
Yeah.
in the shirt that was staked, but now it has a patch badly sewn onto it.
It's very fashionable.
You've washed the bloodstains out at least.
There's a little grunge.
We'll get the shirt for the fledgling. The rest of you should be fine. Chaz, you will go with them as replacement for the Bruja.
Oh, I'm going with them?
You are now, yes.
I think that Chaz smiles a little bit tighter, but she does nod and doesn't say anything.
Good answer. She looks over and she says, very well. Do you have any other questions?
Do you have any inkling as to what this object could be?
Oh, I have inkling as to what it could be, but that is of no concern to you. This is a matter of occult interest. There may be other kindred there, and other denizens of the night. When the fledgling sees it, I assume they will react poorly. That's the one you want.
Oh,
And do we have a spend limit on this?
yeah, that was my question.
I have transferred $800,000 to my account with the auction house.
Reggie nearly passes out.
You are authorized to spend all of it on acquiring this artifact. I do not expect you to need more. However, if there is any left over, you are thrifty with your spending. I do not care what happens to the rest of it. Feel free to get yourselves a little present.
Oh my god.
We can buy Reggie an actual phone plan.
That's about the market value in 2027.
I will say, she's not just giving you $100,000 to play. It is money that is in the account. So it's only stuff at the auction that
Oh,
you might be able
damn.
to acquire.
They don't have phone
Oh,
plans
Are
there.
they auctioning a
they're
phone?
not
No one's
auctioning
bidding on a phone
plans.
plan.
Sorry.
And now up to bid after that ancient cerulean artifact, an iPhone 14.
And then after the iPhone 14, a rent-stabilized apartment.
I expect confirmation of your success or failure by dawn. Go now. Succeed and you will be rewarded. Succeed quickly and I may even deign to enlist your assistance in the future.
Sure.
Unless there are other questions.
No, I think we're good. Right, guys?
Thank you for your time.
Fine.
Just make sure that Reggie doesn't lose their head. They see it.
Okay.
We'll keep close eye.
Upon her saying that, Reggie would kind of like quietly nod, and then, let's see if I could do this. Reggie would then say, Layatsa bayatsa oruki delat, which is Russian for the eyes are afraid, but the hands are still doing it, meaning feel the fear, do it anyway.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh.
That was so fast.
To
guy.
all the people who natively speak Russian, I'm so sorry. That probably was awful.
That's fine.
We mostly have a German audience anyway.
But yeah, I don't know where they're coming. It's so good.
We're really big on the east coast of the U.S. and Munich.
We do have a German audience.
We're like David Hasselhoff, honestly, if you really think
Yeah.
about it.
Reverse David Hasselhoff.
But yeah, Reddy kind of like looks at her and goes like, Dad was a little Russian, and then quickly leaves the room.
She gives you just this narrow-eyed, thin-lipped smile, like she is a shark swimming right for you at the beach.
Ooh.
Love it.
Yeah. So yeah, we head out.
You head out. As you guys are leaving, those of you with decent wits or heightened senses may hear Olga speaking to someone in the room behind you. Just, again, a little muffled chatter, but
That's gonna be me.
Yeah, I have decent wits, but
there was no one else in there when you left.
Oh, nice.
Do we hear what she's saying, or we just hear the chatter?
You definitely, those of you with decent wits or heightened awareness definitely hear that there is chatter. If you would like to roll, risk some kind of failure, you may.
no, I'm good. I don't need to fail in front of a primogen, thank you.
Reggie's trying to get out of there.
I'll do some rolling, too.
So, wits awareness, everyone. Mars, you will take a penalty because of your clan Bane and the song screaming in your head.
Oh, if somebody else is gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be May.
Mhm.
That's the song in your head.
So in that case, I'm down 1 die.
You're down 1 die plus 2 for your heightened senses.
All right, we're going to willpower that one.
Oh boy.
Well, you got willpower to spare.
Didn't you already use 2?
Yes.
Wonderful.
No, I used one because I got one
I
retroactive.
gave you both one back, yeah.
Oh, somebody got a bestial.
Oh no. Oh, I hope it wasn't me.
It was.
It
was.
was
Megan.
you.
Aren't you guys so glad to have me in the party?
You know what? This is your
That
house,
has yet
so
to be determined.
you can do whatever you want.
That's probably not true.
That's actually very much not true.
That's going to be 3 successes for Mars.
A thing I forgot. Megan, when the beast whispers to you in your ear, what does it sound like? Typically, it sounds like your sire, so it may just be this voice that you're not familiar with, but it can also take the form of another important figure from your life or death.
So I don't know who my sire was. So I think that it's the voice of the first person that I killed.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, can I change it?
Yeah, yes, please.
Oh, no, I want it to be Kitty's voice, my best friend's voice. Can that be a thing?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, God, now I have to do an accent. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So Chastity, as everyone kind of lingers for a moment trying to hear this chatter, what did everyone get? Mars got 3, Antonio got 2, Chastity failed. So Mars and Antonio, you hear a few snippets of conversation of Olga basically just saying like, the Bruja is fucking gone. What happened to the Bruja? Have you heard anything of this? And then another voice saying like, sorry, I haven't been looking for him. I can poke around tonight if you want. It's not important. Thank you. And then it kind of continues with other business. Chaz, you hear that voice that has followed you for some 160 years. Chaz, why are you like this? Why do you do this to yourself? Why are you still here, chasing ghosts? It's not like you, Chaz. You're supposed to be out there adventuring. Now you're here, stuck in Seattle. There are too many lights here, Chaz. You know it's coming soon. You will burn with the rest.
I think that Chaz is pretty good at keeping it together in that, like, she's quiet, but she is shaking, like, visibly, like tremors.
Yeah, you do have pretty low composure,
A very low composure.
but nothing else from that bestial. You guys proceed from leaving the building. Mars, the wailing in your head finally dies down.
Thank God.
The song still sounds a little discordant, but at least it's not screaming at you. So yeah, you guys have about an hour, maybe a little bit extra, to get to this auction floor. Are we gonna head straight there? Are we gonna run any other errands? What are we doing?
Matthias is probably going to want to eat, and he's going to want to grab a couple of things from the prop theater.
Okay. I'm gonna say yeah. If anyone wants to use their predator pool to do a hunting roll right now, you can. I'm going to raise the difficulty for being.
I was going to use my herd if possible.
I think in an hour, I think it's still hard to get someone that quickly.
Okay.
But I will lower your difficulty, Matthias.
Yep.
For that, so you can roll to see if that works. Anyone else who wants to do a predator roll can roll a higher difficulty to try and find someone quickly.
I think I'm okay.
I've got a second blue bag, so I'm all set.
You don't. You drank both of them.
I drank one of them.
Well, it's also...
And, it's only a month later, and I drink the other one.
You drank one, slaked a hunger, succeeded the frenzy, and then drank the other one and
Damn
frenzied.
comments,
That's why you
people. That
frenzied.
never happened.
A failure of a predator roll is like, what does that look like? You just don't.
You don't feed.
Okay.
Perhaps if you do really, really, really badly, you make an accident. But in this case, on just an hour, it's probably just like you don't find anyone.
I am specifically looking for phlegmatic.
Okay. Go ahead and, well, this is roll to see if you can get your herd, and you can pick your herd's resonances.
Yeah, I got a 2 on my hunting roll.
With 2 successes, I'm going to say, because you're pretty close to the theater, you can get there and meet someone there. You'll be cutting it close, but you can make it back in time.
Okay.
Just like one hunger.
Great.
I rolled a predator roll and got 3 successes.
3 successes, I'm afraid you will be going in hungry.
That's fine.
Do I get phlegmatic as well, or no?
Yeah, I mean, it's your herd. You can pick whatever you want.
Sweet.
That is another
Great. Sweet. Love it. Amazing. Intense resonance, baby.
I gotta.
Jonas, you're
get someone else
great.
to roll
Hey,
those.
hey, Jonas. Thank you.
I have a table for it. It's not like I wouldn't give it to you every time if I was just choosing.
Oh, I know.
So you're very lucky. Reggie, 1 success and a bestial.
Oh no.
That's fine. I know what to do with that. You're gonna go into this scene with a compulsion.
Cool. I don't know what that is, but you know what? I bet it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great.
It's not great.
I just realized I need to be subtracting 1 die from all my dice pools because of addiction.
Yes, thank you.
Forgot. I've been meaning to do that.
That's okay.
Hey.
It hasn't come up importantly. So, yep, you guys gather up again downtown. You're in the heart. It's only 9 o'clock at night, so there's pretty big crowds around. I imagine some of you may have split off, so you might be arriving back on the bus or in separate cars as you gather. Chastity just kind of probably leaning up against a lamppost or an alleyway, looking cool and suave, and no one noticing her.
Super cool.
Roll for coolness. Just roll. No. Great. You guys gather again. You're at the foot of this office building that's all glass all the way up and down. Go inside. Very modern, kind of chic design, minimalist style. Resembles the Crosstech building quite a lot, actually, although that's a few blocks away. This building does not belong to anyone in particular. It's a bunch of different floors that get rented out to different companies. There is a receptionist at the front desk, a sort of man, maybe late 30s, chubby cheeks, bald spot, male pattern baldness, coming in hot, greets you all as you come in and goes, "Hello, I don't seem to recognize any of you. Do you have an appointment with someone? Can I direct you? How can I help you tonight?"
We are here for the auction.
Oh, curious. Sorry, that's not nice. And he starts typing away at his computer.
We are here on behalf of Olga.
Behalf of Thompson, you probably want to say.
Thompson.
Oh, the Thompson party. Yes,
Yes.
I did just receive a note about that. Where starts pulling through drawers, pulls out a little sticky note, and goes, "Yes, Sally Thompson, party of 5. What?
There's 5 of us.
Points to Chaz and goes, "And are you Timothy?
Yeah, I'm Timothy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you."
It's short for Tamantha.
Oh, that's a lovely name. Is that German?
Swedish, actually.
Swedish. Timanta. Okay. And he signs you all in.
Very offensive.
My ancestors cried out in protest.
As a Norwegian, my ancestors are smiling.
Bastard. Andrew, we gotta fight one of these days.
Oh, we do.
That'll be 13th floor. You should see the signs pointing you the right way.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much.
Proceeding onward, stairs and/or elevator as needed. Let me just check in with everyone. Being in this space, not knowing what to expect. How is everyone feeling going into this? Getting shuttled around by another primogen as well. Let's just go down to Mars. How are you feeling?
How am I feeling right now? What a question. I think I feel all right. After Elliot interrupting this, I kind of feel like, yeah, I'm doing something important. What about it? So I think I'm kind of just like following along with it, not really concerned about it taking up any of my time because, yeah, I'm important now. Look at that.
Hell yeah. Mathias.
I think as we're walking through, Mathias, again, is kind of rubbing the back of his neck where the Camarilla brand is. He's kind of being very introspective right now. He's incredibly nervous. Again, just walking into any of these situations, he's always a little bit nervous that it could be some sort of setup. But also, like, he's just thinking about what Cassandra had said to him about how the other Thin Bloods don't trust them because of this. And he's just contemplating what's worth it.
Chaz.
I think that Chaz is actually a little bit irked to be doing what she kind of considers to be grunt work. She thought that she didn't expect to have to actually take part in this, but natural curiosity, she's still along for the ride.
Antonio?
Antonio very much hates the spotlight that's been put on him in these last couple of weeks. Well, couple of months. I think there is a sense of bile fascination about what's going to be at this auction, knowing that there is occult stuff. So if there's something that is interesting,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe he'll come home with something.
Yeah, Mathias is interested in that stuff too.
But all in all, he's just kind of irked by being the playthings of the primogens.
And Reggie, knowing that you are the focal point of this endeavor once again.
Doesn't necessarily like that. Did we ever get Reggie another shirt?
Yes. Somewhere in the last hour. You have been
Mathias
given
spent some of
proper,
his comic book money on it.
Aw,
yeah, you buy a nice shirt.
Nice. So Reggie has a nicer shirt on.
It's maybe like a polo.
And doesn't, like all the eyes on them, and is just kind of has a hand in their pocket and is just feeling that clip of money, and it's just the only thought through their head is, we need to wrap this up as quick as possible so I can go see my dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then how am I going to get those drugs into someone else's system?
Okay, so you guys arrive at the top of your journey. There's your elevator at floor 13. Enter into what kind of like a conference type space. There's like walls that are can be restructured and moved around a little bit. And there's like maybe 10, 15 people milling around tops. You see a few staff members who are representing the auction house, kind of taking names and arranging things. There's like a set of 40 chairs that have 3 people sitting in them, and a little podium and stage for the presentation of the items. And among this crowd, it seems like mostly mortals, but there are a few faces that you recognize. Firstly, Antonio, you recognize another a raven-haired woman, also of Chinese heritage. She has long, straight black hair with heavy bangs, and is wearing just like a white shirt and black pants with a little suit jacket. This is your contact, Imelda Wu.
Ooh.
Oh.
Woo!
I think he doesn't say hello directly, but gives her kind of a knowing nod.
My God.
She looks confused and then gives you a knowing nod back, like, why the fuck are you out of your little creepy cave?
Oh my God, she's so hot.
You also see a woman who none of you necessarily know firsthand, but you all recognize as kindred. A woman with kind of tan, bronze-ish skin and light brown, almost somewhat reddish hair, also in a pantsuit, that all of you would know, except for Reggie, of course, all of you would know
Classic.
as Maria Palma, and
Ooh.
Mathias, you would be particularly keen to avoid.
Oh, also hot. Almost as if they're all vampires. My God.
I could say I would feel similarly.
Yeah, no, I know. I understand Matthias's apprehension about that too.
Ooh, okay, no one likes Maria Palma.
I love
mean,
her.
obviously
Sky
not
loves
for the
her.
same reasons, but
Meghan, for your sake, because you're the only one out of the loop, Maria Palma, during the 2022 mass embrace, was responsible for hunting and killing many of the new Thin Bloods, and she seemed to take great glee and pride in it.
I was not
Oh.
among
I
those
remember that.
numbers, but I know many of them.
I remember.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Brutal. Got it.
And then there's one
Can't wait for this. Another hot person. Let's keep it going.
there's one face that no one necessarily recognizes, but you can tell kind of in the same way you can tell looking at Antonio. He's just obviously a vampire. He's an older man,
just a
mid-40s,
Just
with
as
haunted white eyes and white hair, white stubble, a big scar on his cheek.
This is just Bram Stoker's. Oh, you know what?
Oh, damn,
You know
he is
what?
hot.
Still
You're
hot.
right,
He's still hot. Okay,
Damn
he's got dead eyes, but damn that jawline. Oh my God.
I thought you said he wasn't
Shut
gonna be
up.
hot.
we don't even know his name.
He has the build and kind of frame and facial, like the skin of a mid-40s man, but like between his hair and his haunted expression, he looks almost 70. Like he is much aged by his features.
Oh my
We call
God.
that rugged.
Oh my God. When's he jumping on the call?
He's home. I can call him right now.
We just can't talk to him so that it can still happen. Don't talk.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we can't let Jonas talk at this character.
Oh my god.
Hey, Chris, you're hot.
We still haven't said his name.
Fucking Arboretus.
You don't
Out
know his
loud.
name. You don't know his name.
We don't know his name.
I know.
But
Trust
also,
me, I know.
Christine is never coming back on the podcast.
Banned.
He's had his time.
He's had his time.
Lastly, there is a figure who none of you do recognize, nor do any of you have any reason to suspect she is a vampire.
I wouldn't know. What does she smell like?
You could try and sniff her if you want. But the keen-eyed audience member would recognize her. A sort of mid to late 30s black woman, somewhat portly frame with braids piled up on her head.
Also hot.
In a tower and rings braided into them.
Gorgeous.
As far as you guys are concerned, she just looks like any other mortal down here. It's a shame that Timothy is not here to see her. So all in all, there are maybe, like, with the 5 of you arriving, there are 20 people here. And, yeah, I mean, is any conversation happens? Do you guys just take your seats and wait? Do you...
Are they assigned seats, or can I move as far away from what's her name as possible?
From Maria?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's, like I said, there's like 40 chairs set up and maximum 15 people participating in the auction. So you can sit wherever you want.
I think there's a natural movement of our group to away from her. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask a super quick question? Like, game
You
question?
absolutely sure can. Yeah.
Is this auction just for kindred, or are there
No, there's
people
mortals
here
here.
too? Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Olga said there may be kindred there and other denizens of the night because it's an occult auction, but not necessarily a kindred one.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Mm.
I didn't know if we had to do like the masquerade thing here or not.
Well, we still probably should.
You probably should, yeah.
Well, handy.
We don't know what
Yep.
we don't want to tell what team we're on.
Yeah. I think Antonio does seat himself by the mortals to just kind of unsettle them. To see if we can get a better bit out of it.
Okay, that's funny. So you take your flaw, obvious predator gives you a 2-die penalty to social expressions of hunting. In this case, what I'm going to ask you to do is roll composure plus intimidation plus 2 dice.
Gotcha.
Hey, how's it going? Enjoying the night.
Lovely weather we've had.
This is not how flaw. I should not be giving you a bonus because of a flaw, but in this moment, I think it's funny, and this roll doesn't matter. So,
Yeah.
3 successes. You are unsettling.
Hell yeah.
You are a horrifying, gangly, pale freak. Yeah, a couple mortals like get up and shift their seats over again to get away from you, and you guys wait for the auction to begin. A man kind of stands up and goes up to the front of the place, takes up the podium. He's wearing just like a brown jacket. Looks kind of like he looks a little bit like wild-eyed and harried Professor Core. That makes sense? Or
Yep.
like librarian.
Okay.
Like if Doctor Who was just like really strung out and didn't get enough sleep. And he kind of stands up and goes, thank you all for joining the Marchmont group. It's a pleasure to see all of you. We were expecting more. Okay. Well, I hope you all have your checkbooks ready because we got some hot items on sale. Okay. First up to bid. Yes, Rachel.
just I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No, please. I'm telling you, please cut me off.
okay.
I'm totally fine.
To discuss like who would be, because we're bidding as one group, or are we like
You are authorized as the Thompson party. Yes, you are bidding on behalf of Sally Thompson, quote unquote.
so one person is going to be bidding? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're free to discuss and like whisper to each other for sure. Yeah. Who has the paddle?
That's my question.
Reggie has it.
No.
800,000.
Yes, Megan.
I just like do we also want to establish while we're paused-ish who is sitting by Reggie in case he has a little bit
Bolts?
of a,
Yeah, what's
moment?
that array? Are you all in a little group or?
I'm definitely next to Reggie.
I think Mathias is like towards the side, not necessarily all the way in the back. Like maybe side middle so that he can have a decent view of the other people who are here.
Sure.
Sure.
And we know where Antonio is. Where's Chaz?
I'll take the other side of Reggie just as like a precaution
Okay, smart.
in case something weird happens.
Yep. Smart.
In case any birds show up.
So, the auctioneer says, anyway, yeah, hope you all have your checkbooks because we got some hot ticket items. All right. Thanks for coming. Can we bring out the first lot, please? And some of the staff go out and pick up this, they've got these two handles on the large kind of pedestal, bring it out, set it on top of the display stage. There is a glass case that has been, like a glass dome covering what appears to be a, broken piece of a head on a statue. And it sort of has a weird kind of, it's like a rusted copper kind of color, like dark green. And the man looks at his notes and kind of adjusts. He pulls up a set of reading glasses and is like, Mediterranean statue fragment believed to have been crafted in what was a city once that eventually became known as Atlantis. Well, let's start the bet in at 100,000. And you see a couple bids go up.
Reggie starts to raise the paddle.
Down.
Paddle goes back down.
And one of the mortals there pick it up. The lot is taken off the stage. The next one comes up. Before we go any further, Reggie,
Neat.
you've been asked to keep your sight open for anything unusual.
It's a good thing I got that paddle.
That means you have to call on your blood.
All right, sounds good to me.
Why don't you go ahead and make a rouse check?
Okay. Ooh.
Premonition.
Ooh.
Success. Good.
Wow.
Good stuff.
I kind of miss the curse. I kind of miss it, you know?
And then please roll Resolve plus Auspex minus 1 die for your addiction. If you would like to make a rouse check, again, you may add 2 dice, making it Resolve Auspex plus 1.
We'll make another rouse check.
Okay.
Wow.
Another success. Wow, it's a good
Incredible.
night for Reggie.
Incredible.
Messy critical.
Incredible. Reggie's iconic. That's a bestial critical.
It's a messy
A
critical.
messy critical.
That's a
yeah.
messy critical, baby.
It's literally, and the thing I love
nothing
about
else.
it is it's literally only a messy critical.
Yeah. So that's
it's
4
just
successes.
4 messy successes. Now you do have 3 non-hunger dice if you want to re-roll them.
Nah. We're all good.
Okay.
It's more entertaining this way, right?
The
It's for the fiction.
next
Oh,
lot
God.
comes out.
More
You
to
see like a what looks like a clawed hand made of stone with kind of a uncomfortably detailed wrinkles and sharp fingernails, kind of a bulky, broad palm. And the auctioneer says, "Next up, we got a hand off of a 15th century French gargoyle. So it's pretty cool, right? Anyone want to
It's pretty cool.
start? Let's start that at 40,000.
Mathias is just trying so hard not to go up on stage and give this guy some pointers. Trying so hard.
Reggie starts to raise the paddle.
Reggie is not reacting, right?
We were told that they would react badly.
Yes, of course. So paddle down.
Okay.
Again, another couple bids go up. You do see the black woman with the tower of braids raise her paddle for this one, but someone else takes it home. A couple more items go by with kind of similar, uninteresting bits of statuary archaeology that would no doubt be of great interest to mortal historians and scientists, but to a bunch of people interested in the spooky stuff, this does not go for much. And then
And then
out is brought a lot. The auctioneer calls in the next lot, and the staff bring out another pedestal with 2 handles. It's got another glass domed case, and inside is smoke. Just seems to be smoke captured in this glass dome. And Reggie, your eyes narrow, waiting for something. You hear a thunk coming from the floor-to-ceiling windows to your left.
I look.
You turn your head. The rest of you see Reggie look away from the auction. You see, it's dark out, the city lights reflecting on the dark glass. Then there's another one. Thunk. 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 Thunk, 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 thunk. And in that Hitchcockian fashion, dozens, hundreds of birds appearing as if from nowhere in the night, smash into the window, breaking their beaks on the glass. Bones cracking, feathers falling, blood splatters on the dark glass as each one crashes into it at high speed. You see some of them fall off, some of them stick, some of them are still alive, kind of hanging on the glass, staring at you as if asking for your help, squawking uselessly. How is Reggie reacting?
I think Reggie is just staring at that in abject horror. And you all would hear Reggie say under their breath, "A passing phase of ceaseless smoke I fear upon these words, for I may choke."
I hear that. I imagine I'm sitting, like, I guess on the side, like, between Reggie and the window.
That is also what I imagined.
Yeah. So I am looking at the window and then looking at Reggie, and
Yeah, because they don't see that at the window, right? It's just Reggie?
No,
This is
no
it,
one
we don't-
sees the
That's
birds.
radical.
Horror show.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
nope.
You just see Reggie's eyes slowly widening and the pupils dilating.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
hear them say that.
I think just like Reggie can't hear anything other than the cries of these birds, and it's absolutely deafening.
I think I make eyes to Chaz, like, brace for it.
Oh, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. I don't know what's about to happen, but I know that these things happen, and I'm like, okay, brace for it.
The repeated impacts of the birds on the window prove too much for the glass, and they shatter inward as this storm of dead birds rolls into the floor. Several of them come tumbling to a stop at your feet, again looking up at you as if crying out for help. And as you kind of slide your chair, try and even stand up, there's another cracking sound from up ahead, and the dome of smoke bursts open, the gas inside congealing into a huge, shadowy form of some giant raptor with wings as wide as the room and a piercing white light in the center of its skull for an eye. Just one cyclopean sun staring a hole into your heart. The shadow bird swoops forward, picks you up by the shoulders, and flies out into the night with you. The rest of you see Reggie basically tumble out of their chair and faceplant onto the floor.
I think almost showing signs of like a seizure, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Shaking, trembling,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit of blood spilling down from the edge of the mouth.
And there's still just the vision of the gore on the floor in a final brief moment as they're just covered in blood and feathers. And it snaps, which is Reggie having a seizure on the floor.
I think, too, when I was saying brace for it, I was, like, slowly, like, reaching my arms around Reggie's arm, but that once this happens, you just, like, break from her grasp and roll onto the floor.
Yeah, the paddle clattering next to them.
Yep.
Yeah, I toss the paddle to Chaz, and I'm like, okay, this is it, and
Oh, I mean, Chaz raises the paddle.
I wanna, yeah,
Sure.
I go to take Reggie out of there. To, like, I mean, I'm trying to. I don't know if this would work. Are Reggie's eyes open?
Yeah, they are.
Wide open. They're just constantly dilating right now.
Jonas, would a mesmerize work here?
Try it and see.
Let's find out. Sure.
Make a rouse check.
Yes, I'm going to. It's okay. It's a failure.
Somebody's getting hungry.
You start hearing the soundtrack to the birds in your head.
Wonderful. I look into Reggie's eyes and I say, it sounds so insensitive, but calm down.
Go ahead and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Manipulation plus dominate.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm going to make a secret roll.
Perfect.
Secret roll.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So I didn't get to use these dice at all tonight. I want to.
Mhm.
What is Reggie's pool? Intelligence resolve plus 3 dice. Oh, you're smart, Reggie.
If only you applied yourself.
I've got 2 intelligence.
That's comical.
Just flat, yeah.
Yep. Blood surge if you really want.
Yeah, I would.
Two. That could be a bestial failure.
No.
Oh.
I was gonna say I would like to blood search. I always forget about it, but
Yep, I said it before I saw the roll, so that's fine.
okay, that's fine.
Oh, she's hungry.
Woo! It's going great, guys!
Ooh, hunger 4. That is very dangerous, Rachel.
It's okay. It's okay.
Mars is gonna pull a Reggie.
Kill a dude Kill a dude.
Oof. Still not
3
great.
successes.
Yeah. 3 successes and a bestial.
Well, Reggie, on 8 dice, you also got 3 successes and a bestial.
No. This is gonna go so well for us.
Oh, I love it.
Chaz, you good back there?
Do you have an idea for how this looks?
I do. What we see in the real world is Mars kind of rolling Reggie over onto their back, propping their head up, looking into their wide eyes as they are shaking. This prophetic seizure has calmed down, and like any good horror movie, Reggie projectile vomits blood into Mars's face.
Oh.
Reggie, please increase your hunger by 1.
Radical.
Mars,
Yeah.
please make a test to resist frenzy.
Oh no.
Sure.
There's
I will be
mortals
kind.
here.
Mm-hmm.
I will be kind and say that this is a difficulty 2 for seeing blood, and not a difficulty 3 for tasting it.
Wonderful.
You didn't get it in your mouth. That's pretty good.
Well, still got a 1.
That is 1 success.
You got any willpower?
Yeah,
I do, but
willpower
I
would be
don't.
great.
Can't. It does not work here.
You cannot willpower a frenzy resistance.
Wow.
Here we go.
This is so bad.
Yeah, this is going great, guys. Did we win the bid at least?
What we see, what did we win and what we see in the vision is this shadow bird seizes you by the shoulders and takes you out through the broken windows, high above the Seattle skyline, past the edge of downtown, over Lake Washington, past the pines, up the mountains, racing for the sky. It flies out of Washington, flies out of the United States, flies hurtling through the atmosphere so quickly that it begins to burn. And as the shadow is burned away from this massive, white-eyed bird, you look up, choking on blood, see a human face staring down at you. Not one you recognize. It's one that places a deep, primal fear in your heart. Somewhat tanned, with stringy, loose hair whipping in the wind. Grins its smile stretching past the boundaries of its face. Cackles and devours you whole. And so closes another chapter
No!
of Midnight
Oh my
Gravity.
God.
We cannot do
Yay.
that. That is
More
not
minutes,
fair.
10 minutes,
No.
come on.
Oh my gosh, do they do this to you every
Thank you all
week?
for
Do
listening.
they
Every
do this
week.
every week?
They just hurt me. They spit in my soul.
God.
Oh God.
Thank you all for listening and playing and watching. I'm glad we failed those rolls.
Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Before our usual plugtivities, we are doing a little plug swap with fellow TTRPG podcast Game Master Monday.
Yeah.
At last, I have reached the tallest peak in all the world, where the wisest person lives. Finally, I'll get the answers I seek.
Welcome. I am the wisest person in the world. Ask me your question.
What is my purpose in life? What should I be doing to achieve pure happiness?
You must stream Game Master Monday.
Come again.
Game Master Monday, the bi-weekly podcast that plays a new one-shot in a new system in a new setting with a new cast every episode. Listening to their funny jokes and wild stories is the only path to happiness, my child.
Sick. I'm going to go home and binge the whole thing right now.
What a nice kid. Oh dear, he fell off the mountain. Now they'll never know how good Game Master Monday is.
Definitely go check out Game Master Monday. I just listened to their Christmas one-shot all about these sock goblins trying to go around and capture socks on the sock holiday. And it was so fucking hilarious. So absolutely go ahead and give them a listen.
Nice. Megan, as our special guest, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
You can just check me out on Instagram at Hello Megan Martin. Megan with an H.
Rachel. I gotta mimic the plug master.
Yeah, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/MajorasRose, and on my personal Instagram at Rachel Kordell.
You don't sound excited.
I'm concerned. By the way, check out tonight's song and all of the other songs so far in playlist form by finding it on our YouTube channel or by looking up me, Rachel Kordell, on Spotify and following the list there. Both lists update every week as the next song comes out, so don't miss and follow along.
Tintenseher, Linktree, itch.io, YouTube. Check me out. Thanks.
You don't sound excited.
I'm delighted. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
You like watching this podcast? You can do it with your eyes now.
You can do it with your
You can finally watch the podcast.
They called me mad. But the truth was, I was just a Malkavian all along.
You were just a prophet. Yep. How can they watch the podcast, Andrew?
They can watch it. Hold on. Lean in. Come in closer. We're on YouTube. Everyone's on YouTube.
Whoa!
It's after the year 2005, so there's no reason not to be on YouTube. Every time we've tried to go off of YouTube, it's failed. I mean, Dailymotion, Vimeo, they have their merits, but it's YouTube.
And TikTok. We're posting video clips, so check us out.
And
everyone.
Instagram.
And Instagram.
And
They go
Facebook.
on our normal socials as well.
Yeah.
But those are newer. Guy?
You know, it's human nature to regret our past. For those monsters and for those people to rear their ugly heads and make you just want to shrink down and hide. And that's where therapy steps in and really helps you resolve those issues and figure it out. You know, just work through all those little problems that you got. But you know what else helps? Leave it a review on our podcast.
And you know it's free.
It's just as therapeutic, and you don't require medical insurance to do it. Casey, you had something to chime in with?
I just said it was free, Sky.
It's free, baby. Leave us a review. And you can do that at any time of the day, especially in
Good
the
night.
morning. Good morning, sleepyhead. What is morning shall never die.
Good night.
I like how the morning people have been cut in half.
Yeah. This guy fights for a dying cause.
What is morning shall never die.